guys, and welcome back to the Grace Games channel. Today I've got a Tiger 1 Ace Tanker game for you. It's not me playing, it is in fact Omega 8, and if you've been subscribed for a while you may know that I show a lot of his replays. So he's in a tier 8 game, and obviously the Tiger 1 is a tier 7 tank, so he's not a top tier. So he's going to have to work hard to get this Ace Tanker. So he's decided to head off towards the A-B line of the map, sort of the A9-B9 area. And although it's not an encounter game, so it's not essential to come this way, he has decided to, and it is the best choice. It's a really good area to get secured. You can defend from there really well if you need to. It's just a good place to come, and a lot of the scouts are going this way, so they'll be able to scout out any enemies as well. So he's letting the scouts go ahead. I mean, he's got to, really. He's not the quickest. He's a fair speed for a heavy, but he's obviously not going to be as speedy as the scouts. So he's letting them go first and do their job, but they've not spotted anything so far, which is good and bad. I mean, you'd expect something to be heading this way from the enemy team. So he's taking his time. Now at this stage he probably expected to find something. Usually you do find one or two tanks down here, maybe one of their scouts, something like that. And he hasn't, so he knows he needs to be ready. They're going to be coming up soon. There's going to be someone there eventually. And he's taking his time. He's allowing the scouts to do their job, which I personally sometimes forget to do, especially when I'm in a speedy medium or something. I end up doing the scout's job, so it's probably the right thing to do to wait back there and to not be spotted himself. There is a VK that's popped up off the enemy team, and yeah, it puts a nice shot into him before the VK is killed. Now, the scouts have begun spotting the enemy team along with that Cromwell there. He's doing a great job of spotting. And there's a lot of them. There's a lot of the enemy. They're all near their own base. They're just clustered there. They haven't really moved far from the base. And that means there's a lot of them to take on. So he's taking his time again, moving slowly up to them, staying in the dips, using the gradient of the earth. So he's just peeking over, seeing what he can see, taking a shot, and then straight away retreating. I think he probably is spotted at this stage, but he aims for the AT-15 cupola and it bounces. And then he aims again at the cupola. He's got to aim at the weak spots with something like an AT-15. He's not top tier, obviously, so he's going to have to aim at the weak spots of quite a lot of the enemy. I mean, you've got like the Jagdtiger 8.8, you've got the AT-15, they've got a lot of armour. You're going to have to aim at the weak spots. And so he wants to be just leaning over, take the shot, retreat, and just stay in the open for as little as possible. He's playing quite cautiously, and I definitely think that's the way to go. Sometimes I do forget to play cautiously myself, and I end up going in like a bull in a china shop, but he is not. He's taking his time. And he's about to put a shot into the AT-15, but he's killed by one of our allies there. So, the enemy are still more or less clustered around the cap, but we have disposed of a few of them. So he's moving further towards them. Hasn't done much at this stage in the game, but it's more like trying to chase the enemy down at this stage. AT-15 being rather rude in the comments there. I don't think he really needs to be, because it was his own fault for letting his cupola be revealed, really. He knows that that's a weak spot. He should try to keep that hidden. So there's an E25 there. You don't really want to sit in front of that in a Tiger. It is very fast firing. So he decides to sit back and aim for the MT25 instead. If he does come across any enemies, he wants to keep the frontal armour to them, and with this AMX CDC, he isn't able to do that. It's coming from the right-hand side. So he turns his turret, puts a shot in. The AMX CDC is paying no attention here to him, no attention at all. And he uses his frontal armour to bounce the other vehicles, like the Tiger 1, while he deals with that CDC. His teammate's also very good at helping him there. Now he's ready to move forward. He needs to move forward at the same time as his teammates so that they're there to help him. He doesn't want to be going on his own. Now, as I said, the Jagdtiger 8.8 going to be hard to pen. He aims for the body. There's no point aiming for the turret of that thing. You need to aim for the body. And he does take a hit, but it was worth it to do a bit of damage to that. Now only the turret's showing. Again, it bounces. So he was doing the right thing under the first shot, aiming for the body. And he puts a nice shot into the Tiger. It does unfortunately take another hit. There's no point staying here. He needs to move back and retreat for a minute just to make sure he doesn't get shot again. And then he moves forward after that. The allies definitely seem to be going for it. They're definitely rushing them. And of course, Omega 8 needs to do that too. If you're going to rush, you've got to rush together. So he decides to do exactly that. Unfortunately, we do lose a few allies in doing that. but he comes straight over, puts straight away a shot into the E25, and then moves over to ram the Tiger there. That was the right thing to do. He couldn't have took out the Tiger with one hit, and the E25 he could take out with one hit. So he made the right choice. There's no point in having two guns pointing at you when you could just have one pointing at you. Again, the Allies are very good at helping him there to take out that Tiger. So then he decides to start on the larvae. Not very easy to penetrate from this distance. And of course it bounces. So again, it's sort of a case of chasing down the enemy. Like, always we're moving forward to try and keep up with them. And he's very lucky that he's able to put a shot into the larvae weak spot. This gun is very accurate anyway, but he is of course aiming for weak spots. So although he's got lucky so far, it's definitely not just luck. He has shown some real skill in this game. And I'm not just saying that because I know him. I do think he showed some real skill with the armour, the angling, and just not firing and choosing to fire at the right times. So him and his larvae friend and his T-37 friend are moving forward now. There is of course 4 enemies left, and they're not any tier 8s left. There's not even any tier 7s left, so we might win it. You don't know. It's a bit 50-50 at this stage. So closing in on this 5916, but he is very speedy. He could easily flank us. Not this time. 5916 quickly takes him out. He's already made his way to 3 kills, and there's still plenty of enemies to go. Uh-oh, we've lost our larvae. Okay, it's just him and the T-37, so the situation has got quite critical now. It's definitely not going to be an easy win. We're getting capped too. This is really not great. So he's moving in towards that VK, and he takes out the VK. So that's a 2 versus 2 battle, and we are being capped, but also our T-37 is capping, so good. He's closing in. Who do you think is going to be in the cap? It's the 88. So instead of moving over right towards the cap, he's just staying here so that he can fire just at the cupola. The 88 can't fire back at him at all. That 88 has gone all the way over from the enemy base to here. It must have took him the majority of the game to get here at his speed. And all he's done is really sit in the cap, which hasn't worked out well for him at all. We can just continue firing at his weak spots and just wearing him down. And we have actually capped. Our T-37 friend did cap there and also took out the 12T that remained. So we worked really well with our allies there. Our allies completely supported us, and I think Omega 8 did really well to support his team when they needed it. Like when everyone rushed, he rushed too, so that was definitely the right thing to do. I'll show you the post-game stats now. So, as you can see here, Omega 8 got the Ace Tanker, the Fighter, the Fire for Effect, the Confederate, and the High Caliber. There really wasn't much on the enemy team that he didn't see. As you can see from the team score here, he was top both in terms of XP and in terms of damage, with around 3,500 damage and of course 5 kills, just missing out on the Top Gun there. We did actually win because we killed all of the enemy team, but if we didn't, we would have won by capping anyway. If we look here, we can see that Omega 8 actually made 51,000 with premium. I think it was a free 24 hours premium that he got last weekend, because I know that he doesn't usually run premium, but that is just a phenomenal profit there, and it really shows how great the Tiger 1 can be. I don't personally have a Tiger 1 in my garage, and I can't see myself having it anytime soon. It's just not a priority for me right now. But if you would like to see more Tiger 1 games, then I'm sure that can be arranged. So just comment down below, subscribe for more tank videos every Monday, and don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. Bye!